Hey everyone. All right, so we're going to be doing a reading today. What are we going to do? Okay, we're going to start off with the Native Spirit Oracle deck. And we're going to get a theme for the reading. So let's see what we get, you guys. I hope everybody's having a good day. Do I want two of them? I just want one, actually. Just a little gosh darn. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I actually really like the bottom card too. Anyways, we got Spirit of Fire. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to read this out of the book. Okay, we got Spirit of Water is what it opened up to. All right, so the card meaning is transformation, take risks, face your fear, break out of old patterns and conventions. Just because you've always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. Try something new, change your routines and habits, reach out in new directions. The Thunderbird is rising in you. Out of the ashes comes new growth and new beginnings. The part that really stuck out to me is just because you've always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. And the message that I immediately got was more so of like a mental aspect. Okay. So maybe there's certain thought patterns that we have carried with us for years, right? And what happens though if you actually choose and decide to develop a new mindset, a new way of thinking? Because that's really what I got, is it has something to do with our mental stability. And the reason I say this is because whatever we think of, right, we create. If you are putting so much energy into something, you are going to create that reality. You are going to see it in the physical world. And a lot of people are like, oh, your thoughts don't manifest. They absolutely do. I have witnessed it in my own life. I have witnessed it in other people's lives. Your thoughts do create your reality, because if you put so much focus and you observe it, right? You then start to create it. That is why I love quantum physics so much, because it tells you all of this. You observe something, you start to create it. Otherwise, it's empty. It's like empty space. Although I don't really think it is empty. But you're putting your thoughts into it, and you're observing it, and you're focusing on it, you will create that. So let's go ahead and let's get some more messages in regards to the Spirit of Fire. What is the message that the element of fire has for us today? Okay, so we have the Light card. I feel like there's this shift happening, okay? There's this shift of, rather than focusing on the darkness, on the negative aspect of life, we're bringing more light into the situation. We're bringing more awareness. We're bringing more understanding. And we're seeing things differently. We're allowing ourselves to see differently. We're reaching out for the light. We no longer want to create in darkness, which isn't a bad thing, because I feel like a lot of things are created, in the darkness. Like, you plant a new seed and it's dark in the soil, right? And I kind of think the same with a baby. Like, you know, you have a baby in the womb. I really don't think that there's that much light in there either. So yes, creation is formed in darkness. But what I mean is that we're no longer creating darkness for ourselves, right? Again, because we're becoming more aware and we're understanding certain things. Okay, let's see what else. We have the Choose Wisely card. So again, we're starting to actually think about our choices, right? Instead of like acting on them without actually grounding ourselves and actually thinking about it, we're starting to choose more wisely. Maybe we're looking at a habit that we have and we're starting to realize, well, you know what? This habit at one point served me, but it's no longer helping me anymore, right? It's stifling me. So we're observing things, we're looking at things, we're becoming more aware of things. We're looking at things that keep us down in the dark, and then we're looking at things that help us come out of that darkness. Just like the Fire card said, it's transformation. There's transformation that is happening here. So we have the Spiritual Strength. And then we have Disconnect and Boredom. Yeah, I feel like we're starting to look at things and how they truly disconnect us from ourselves, from other people. We're starting to become more in our power. Okay? We're looking at our will for things. I keep hearing you are unique, okay? I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. I do want to read this light card out of the book. And it says, this card reassures you that this is your time to be in the light. No matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive cards in the deck, and it's yours. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see. As people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light, and by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit as they feel the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also be open to whatever or whomever you are attracting, for your rays reach far and wide. The light card reminds you that because of its power, nothing remains in the dark. Through its illumination, truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge and can surely be seen. Using the energy of positive thoughts and continually thinking about the happiest and most joyful of memories will light the path before you even more brightly and attract exactly what you're emanating. Keep on shining. What did I say? I literally felt like this had to do with our thoughts and how we, the mindsets that we've allowed for us to, continue working on. I hope that made sense. But yeah, like I said, we're starting to choose more wisely. Instead of just jumping into something, we're actually looking at things for what they are, because it's cause and effect, right? You make a choice, and that choice could either really benefit you, or there could be some sort of consequence to that choice. So we're stepping into our power, into our will. I love that. I love it so much. Okay, so let's see what else we can get. Yep. We have the Rest and Rejuvenate card. Taking time off, right? And really sitting. Maybe there's a choice that you need to make, okay? And taking some time to really be with that and really asking yourself the questions and really being honest with yourself. You know, is this going to benefit me in the long run? Is this going to help me? Is this going to stifle me? Am I doing this because I want instant gratification? Really allowing yourself to just rest and be is what's going to help you get further with this, okay? Ooh, sorry. The baby has been kicking lately, and it's just such a weird feeling. Again, grounding yourself, okay? Because in this card, there's a lot of, you know, trees. He's in nature. But really grounding yourself and being in your body is going to really help you make the best choices for you. And the more that you're able to shine a light on the things that do not benefit you, the easier it becomes to choose things that are healthy for you. So let's get a message from one of the archangels. Okay, we'll take both of those. We have the Bear, which is use power with wisdom, archangels Uriel and Jophiel. And then we also have a Swan, demonstrate grace and majesty. And I do not know this angel, so I'm just going to show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see it. So again, there's a new way of being, right? The more we use our power to feed wisdom, to feed knowledge, the more willpower we have within us, the more accountability we have within us, and the more grace and love we have within us, which then will shine into the world, right? But like the card of the light says, be cautious still, because your light will attract people that may not have the best intentions, okay? But at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to be aware. So many of us like to blame the outside world and the situations that happen in our life. But if we can become aware and be like, okay, you know what? I've experienced this in the past. I know that it's not good for me. I'm not even going to interact with it. I'm not going to let it into my life because I know that it's not good. And that's why we go through certain situations, so we can learn and so we can have that awareness and that understanding. So honestly, I mean, all of these experiences, they teach us something. You would just have to be willing to see beyond the victim mindset, the poor me mindset, right? That was that was fast. This card, I don't even know if I've ever gotten this card, but this is, I've never even heard of this word, so I might butcher it, but it's phrenology. Anyways, certainty. Oh, pardon me for butchering these words. Okay. So again, like this is just reminding me, like it's with the mind, right? There's something in the mind that is shifting. And I love that for us. Because the mind is so fucking powerful, you guys. Like, if you're not aware of how powerful your mind is, I hope that this video can help you in some way, shape, or form. Because your mind and your thoughts are incredibly powerful. And there is a lot of people out there that say that your thoughts do not create your reality. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I myself have experienced it. There has been times where I've thought about something and it literally happened within like within 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There's times where it takes a week or 2 weeks for it to manifest in the physical world, but it does eventually. So I'm going to read this one out of the book. Wow, there's a lot of cards in here that I have not gotten. Okay, so it says, if your days are filled with aimless activity and your head is filled with pointless internal chatter and inconsistent plans, stop a while and turn down the volume. When you give into rest and silence, rest and rejuvenation, when you give into rest and silence, you are more likely to hear the information your guides are trying to give you. As you try to ascertain what you should or should not do, use your own head rather than accepting the first piece of advice given to you. Think logically, as it's time to rely on good old-fashioned common sense. Stability in your life is required, so make concrete plans. Seek expert advice and research carefully what you need to know to be certain about your next move. If you do so, the outcome will be successful without a doubt. Literally what I've been saying, right? With this choose wisely card and this rest and rejuvenate. Take some time to be with yourself, to truly be with yourself without distractions, right? Because I think that we can start to get bored and discontent with our life. That again, we seek choices that satisfy that instant gratification. So there is an incantation, and it says, the chatter in my mind's a din, so I'll meditate journey in. Surrender to silence and listen well, to guides who wait with truth to tell. So you guys could write that down and repeat this incantation daily, okay, to where you start to feel like it's happening, because remember, your feelings as well contribute to your thinking. So let's get one more. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, one more card to end this reading. We got psychometry sensitivity. And we're going to read that one as well. Your sensitivity is increasing at this time. You may find that what once excited you no longer appeals, and that you are leaving behind certain friends and past times as you continue to walk your spiritual path. In busy places such as shopping malls and nightclubs and pubs, you may feel drained or that people's energies are too frantic for you. As your sensitivity heightens, your body may no longer tolerate synthetic foods, GMs, pre-processed ready-made meals, sugar, wheat, alcohol, or caffeinated and carbonated sugary drinks. Don't worry that life will become boring, though. It won't. I love this so much. As your tastes change, you'll become accustomed to a new and more gentle approach to life, and your old desires will melt away naturally as you adopt a healthy lifestyle, making you feel even more alive. Literally, oh my God, I just love when the cards do this. Like everything that I was saying, you guys, like you guys are shifting into a more positive mindset. And I don't even want to say more positive, but you're switching into a healthier mentality, okay? And I used to, when I was in Colorado, this was back in 2018, and I started this journey, you guys, I used to be one who would be at concerts, okay? I traveled so I could go see, concerts and stuff. And the concerts I went to, heavy metal, in that genre. And I used to be able to tolerate it. And I remember when I lived in Colorado, I went to a concert. I think this was probably like October, maybe November. One of my favorite bands, right? But I could not be there. Like the energy was just so intense for me. It was so much. I could not handle it. Like just being around all those people, I couldn't do it anymore. And that was the last time I went to a concert. And I feel like now I'm to the point where I feel like maybe I would be okay because I understand what was going on. I understand that I was becoming more sensitive to the things around me. But yeah, you guys may start to become less attractive to things that you were once attracted to because you just cannot be around it. You know, it doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. It just means that you're starting to heal. Okay, you're starting to become aware of how energy does genuinely affect you and how your environment affects you. So the incantation for this one is: fruits and veggies, all natural food, contribute well to my mood. Spiritual gifts heighten while I embrace a health lifestyle. So this doesn't mean that you have to go and eat healthy foods. Now, if that is your journey, that is amazing, okay? To me, it's just be aware of your environment, okay? Be aware of where you're placing your energy, where you're placing your energy. And if you realize that what you're observing isn't good for you, put your focus into something else, right? Find a different focus point. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys go and do something that makes your heart absolutely happy.